There we go. So, everyone watching, welcome. This is episode 16, aptly titled The End, question mark. Given how the last session ended, with the party trying to enter a church with a horse and cart, and when refused entry, Terry took the form of, or had already taken the form, of a female noblewoman from before, and proceeded to pretend to be a high lordess of the church and the god that this church serves. Failed to convince and was refused entry. She struck the guard, who then instructed some of the people inside that there may be trouble. Following that, the barbarian attacked said guard, and that is the person currently there, dead.
I will say, I looked back on that stream at 1 hour exactly, like 1 hour and 45 seconds. He does attack us first.
Who?
He misses, but the guard attacked us first. He swings his baton at Kilnar. He did attack us first.
But did he warn you to leave?
He did warn us, but he did attack us first.
You did that nicely.
Okay. Okay, if that's how it's going to make everyone feel better, that's fine. But
all I'm saying is he was a very stubborn guard, considering I rolled a 28 and he was perfectly unconvinced.
you tried to take a horse into a church.
And?
That was never going to fly. But a fight ensued, and is still ensuing, in which the priest and temple guards came out, a squadron of towns guard. One moment. And a squadron of towns guard came around and assaulted the group. You admirably fought back. However, Bargand is currently being surrounded after using many forms. Kilnar is unconscious but stable. Ranger is hiding on a roof, and Terry, you took off into the catacombs and then the sewer system of the church and then the town. You saw precarious, deep claw marks into the stonework and continued to press on. Going in the rough direction, you think of the tavern, and that is where we will carry on. We're at the top of the turn order. Unfortunately, Kilnar, you're unconscious for now, so that will make no difference. Moving on to the guards. So, the guards on their turn are actually no. No,
If I remember, didn't mean bargain give up right at the end of the session.
I don't remember.
Right,
I
with him
don't
surrounding
believe
it.
you have, but
Oh,
considering
okay, we'll continue playing it.
considering you're in character, would you begin to surrender? Because that will affect greatly what they're going to do.
Because I seeing Kilnar not Kilnar, Bargain sort of giving up himself, it would be a thing of she'd lower a bow.
I
Put-
don't
like,
think
put it away.
Bargain would ever give up, in all honesty.
I don't think he would either, but it's up to you.
He would die rather than give up.
I was going to say, I've been given very specific instructions to escape.
Okay, so because the thing is, if you've got no intention of surrendering, they will attack. So Bargand is very much fighting. Ranger, you're lowering your bow. Are you planning to come down and surrender or not? Sam?
Yep.
Fucking hell, we're not even streaming and it's fucked up. God damn it.
It's Sam,
Yeah, it is.
because it's never anyone else.
No. Well, we'll deal with the guards around him in a second, but we'll deal with the ones that are going to be attacking Bargain.
The room he does it in, the internet's rubbish.
Right. So, We'll deal with 4 guards have advantage because of flank attacking Bargand. Blake. This one doesn't because there's no person here. So I'm going to roll each guard individually for advantage, and then I'm going to roll all the damage in one go. So we'll go with pink, blank, then orange, green. So pink rolled a 20 to hit. Blank rolled 17 to hit. Orange rolled a 14. I don't think that one will hit.
That matches.
Okay, so that hits. And then a 18. Cream rolls a 21 to hit. So all 5 hit. They do 1d6 plus 2 damage. So that's going to be plus 10. So 19. Wow, that's minimum damage. He takes 19 points of slashing damage as, given one of the guards has fallen, they have long since swapped from the wooden batons, and there's no longer a attempt to capture. There is a, you guys need to be killed because you are threatening and such. They've essentially decided to go lethal. So has that been taken? Do we have a sandbag?
Hello.
Are you going to be surrendering, or are you lowering your bow but not coming down?
Yeah, she's sort of just like not sitting on the roof, but sort of perched on the roof in a less threatening sort of, instead
Because
of being
they're
big-chested ready with a bow.
They're currently calling for you to come down and hand yourself in, throw your weapon down.
I can't really throw Fang down.
But that's their turn, so the 3 of them here are going to be just kind of expectantly waiting for you to come down. And when you get down, it's going to be, you're going to be taken into custody, essentially. The War Priest. Is going to cast... No, he's gonna fucking cast Inflict Wounds. It's what makes sense. So he's going to cast Inflict Wounds onto Bargand. He has, what plus is it? Plus 7 to hit.
What was that, sorry?
He, the War Priest, the priest of the church. It's right. It's because it's War Priest in the book. I keep saying that. The priest reaches out to Bargand, and you see the brackish energy like arcing like lightning as he goes to incapacitate Bargand. Completely misses as Bargand's able to, as he's being hit from the different guards and different points, he's able to kind of move out of the way comfortably where he doesn't get hit. And that will end the guard's turn, because this guard here is currently stood over Kilnar and he's watching. The officer, the sergeant, is shouting orders and commanding the people to surrender that need to, and telling the guards to do things. So he's not, that's his action. He's not actually attacking. Terry.
Do we want to do upstairs first and then deal with Terry afterwards if I'm doing me and Bargand, or do you want to do it at the same
No,
time?
if that's easier for you. I was just doing it for the sake of simultaneousness, but yeah, we'll do that actually. So we'll leave Terry for now, and then we'll do that as a separate entity. So, Ranger, it is your turn.
Yeah. She'll first drop down the arrows and the bolts, like sort of like get a quiver off and then drop them, and then drop the bag full of bolts down
Yeah.
for a crossbow, and then start making our way down nice and calmly.
Yeah, this guy here will be the one to grab the arrows and the bolts, still keeping his weapon at the ready, whereas the other two come in to receive you as you come down, and it's immediately they'll throw the bow off you and onto the floor, which the same guy will collect. Both arms are wrenched behind your back and are tied with rope and manacles as you're dragged
Damn it.
very
I was
quick.
I was gonna say I forgot to tell Fang to flee and go get help.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, she would have done that before she would have done the other few options.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, would have gone, go get help. Fang
Yeah.
goes shooting across the rooftops at speed.
Yeah, so yeah, he starts skittering off, and you're restrained at this point, and they will, on their turn, begin dragging you towards Kilnar and basically where they've got the people who have been sedated.
Is this where Bernadette comes to give us bail?
You don't know?
Maybe Fang may be going to get wildlife help. I don't really know at this point. I literally went with a
Yeah,
shot in the dark.
Spider runs into a tavern and just goes,
What is it, boy? But
"Old
Ranger
Billy's
stuck in
down
a
a well." Yeah, bargained.
Okay. Hang on. I can't move through people's spaces, can I, if they're enemies?
Yeah, no, if it's friendly, you can, because the assumption is you tell them to move and they move. But if they're
Okay,
enemies,
that's fine.
no.
Okay. I will disengage.
Okay. So you're using your action to disengage.
Yeah, use my action to disengage. So hang on. That's fine. 30. I will get to there, then turn invisible with my 1 turn invisibility. And that's 1. So I'll move up there, but I'm invisible till the start of my next turn.
Okay.
How do I knock that off? Is she?
Make a stealth check with advantage.
2 seconds.
Because obviously you're attempting to stealth away. This is your ability to cover up the noise, if anything. Okay.
That would be 12.
I'm just going to roll with advantage on perception for all the guards, and then I'll roll for the priest separately. Because otherwise it'll be a bit silly having to roll it, because you can guarantee one's going to pass. So the total for the normal guards was a 13, so they don't manage to catch Bargain's fleet of foot. However, the Bargain does notice that as he's leaving, the priest isn't looking at him, but he's more or less looking at the plumes of dust that he's being kicked up as Bargain is running away. He can see you. Well, at least he can see where you are. He can't see you. Okay. Is that Bargain completed?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I've done my action, my bonus action, haven't I?
Back
And
to
my
the top,
movement.
and it's the guards. They're going to spend, 10, 20, 30, because obviously it's half movement, dragging a person, and then they're going to dash with it, so 10, 20, 30. They start taking her over, and this guy just provides cover.
I was going to say, she's slightly freaking out with the manacles and the rope sort of being around her. She's sort of like being a bit, like, her arms are slightly pulling at it, like sort of when a creature gets wrapped up in something, it's sort of that slight bit of
Yes,
freaking out.
yeah. The guards here start freaking out and scattering and just trying to understand. The officer orders them to find him. Where has he gone? And the priest calmly puts his hands up and goes, I think I know where he is. Puts his hands together, and you see a small aura. Can you see that?
No.
No,
I can't.
You can.
No, I can, yeah.
The priest puts his hands together, and just similar to what you saw earlier, the spiritual guardians, emanate around the priest as he starts taking a wander towards where he saw the footprint plumes go. Can Bargand make me a wisdom saving throw as the spirits are able to lock onto him, feeling the presence of him there, and start besieging him with spiritual energy?
Oh, sorry, didn't turn that off for advantage.
But we'll take the leftmost one, which is a success, but we'll still take half the damage, which, if... I just got to double check. I don't know if it's 3d8 or 2d8. That's the important thing. Just bear with me. One lovely moment. Spiritual Guardians is 3d8. I thought it was. So 13 down to 6.
To 6.
6 points of radiant damage is what Bargain takes.
Okay.
And obviously when his turn comes back around, he'll read visible. Terry's there. Ranger. You're currently being dragged over this way.
She's sort of watching, sort of, being like knowledgeable of giant folk and stuff. She sort of knew where he was. Like, I believe she knew where he was from a distance. Like,
You saw him turn invisible. You
so would know that he was
actually make a perception check.
Ooh.
With disadvantage.
Would it be neutral because I'm trying to find a giant?
No,
giant
because
king.
he's invisible.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, it's disadvantage because he's invisible.
Do I become invisible again if I take damage? I can't remember how invisibility works.
I don't believe you lose it. Unfortunately, Ranger, you're unable to.
Swung around a bit too much.
The problem is, you're in so much of a panic. You're not looking very clearly. You're kind of scanning and just getting frustrated. Just let me check invisibility.
Sorry, didn't mean to press that.
No, it's fine. I'd rather get it right. The target becomes invisible. Anything wearing or carrying. The spell ends if the target attacks or casts a spell. So taking damage is different.
No.
I will be back in one moment. Just give me a second.
No problem.
Oh, he's. It's alright. Stuart's going. So yeah. So that comes to the end of Range's turn.
I've got to say, she'll say to the guards that I was told to tell if I ever got arrested that I'm Faye, and she just keeps repeating that in that sort of panicked tone.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
If I was up on the play task.
Yay.
No one answers you, but you can tell that they're not flat ignoring you.
So they're not ignoring it as random ranting. It's more that thing of we've just got to get somewhere.
It's just they've got a task. They need it doing. They are listening, but how much is being took in, you're not sure.
Yeah.
Bargained as your turn comes back around. You reappear in the square.
Yeah.
The priest kind of looks at you with like a, there you are.
Okay. We will have to go with. We will go with a... Okay, we'll try this. We've got it in him. We will go for a Thunder Wave.
Okay. So that's going to get Green Guard and the priest.
Yes.
Okay.
So Green Guard rolls a 12, so that's a fail.
Fail. And you get to push back 10 feet.
And the priest needs to roll that. Also fails. So they both take 5 points of damage. As you just kind of... As Bargain claps his hands together and just like a boom echoes throughout the courtyard. And just a ripple of energy stuns them all for a moment, taking some damage.
If I heard Blake right, didn't you say they get pushed back 10 feet if they fail?
Yeah.
Okay, so he would go to there. The priest would go off screen 10 feet, which I will remember.
What kind of building wise, like, how far away are we from stuff? Because I need to, like, obviously escape to a better vantage point.
The church is in the centre of a courtyard. The nearest domicile or any other building that you could probably dip between is about 50 foot away.
Okay, so kind of which way is the priest going, sorry?
Up.
So is it just straight up or diagonal?
It'd be a slight diagonal, but probably go up one, right one.
Okay. So I will move 30 feet as far as I can. Diagonal left.
Okay, so you're starting to wrap around the side of the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's right, we're going to have to slightly switch to Theatre of the Mind for it, but we can figure it. So yeah, you start taking off as the priest is knocked back and calls, "There he is! Everyone get him now before he runs!" Your turn comes to an end. The guards, once more. The priest is going to do a guiding bolt. Seeing that you're a bit quicker than him, he's going to level his hand out and reach out, grasp his holy symbol, and you just see him close his eyes and mutter a couple of archaic words as you see a light build up in the palm of his hand and then just shoot out like a beam. Oh no. Oh no, that's bad. Okay. The spell fails, and you see the beam go off and hit one of the buildings nearby, like in front of you as you're running. So, like, over Bargain's shoulder, you'll see... And then you see flame start to produce as it hits something on one of the buildings as it starts to set on fire. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... He won't get in range. He will. And he will. They're going to pull out the short bows that they've got on their backs and try and take you down. You're dangerous.
Prove it.
Oh, a 20 and a natural 20. The first one is going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
That knocks me out.
And then you're hit with the natural 20, which just does one automatic death save fail.
Do you all a favour? I have discovered the mute button.
So, top side will draw initiative to a close. Bargand is stabilised and is restrained along with Ranger and Kilnar, who Bargand and Kilnar are both currently unconscious. However, Terry,
Yeah.
you're not so lucky. You're in the sewers, and it smells.
Which is delightful.
What are you doing?
Okay. So, so we're going through the tunnels. Hang on, let me get me up.
Mm-hmm.
I just need some visuals and to remember where I'm at. Full HP. Okay. I will, as I'm all by myself and the acoustic sounds amazing, I will start to play my violin. Very, very loudly.
Okay. Roll a performance.
That's 26 points of acoustics.
That's not bad at all. So yeah, you start playing the violin and just silently the music reverberates around and off this the stonework of the sewers and echoes down, and you just carry on playing and playing.
And I'll carry on walking, just have a nice meander and play.
Okay. Does changelings come with dark vision or no?
Nope. Did you not cast light as a cantrip?
I can't remember, but if you want to, you can.
I think I did. But, hang on, where's... Yeah, why not? I'll have a nice glowing violin. All those vibes.
Okay. You carry on walking down. About 30 seconds or so goes by, and you just hear echoing down one of the tunnels, the tunnel you're going down. And you hear splashes as something is stepping towards you.
I will cast... you know what, let's go with a nice casual speak with animals,
Okay.
in case it's a sewer rat person.
You hear the splashes and you hear the dragging of something on stone.
Oh, I love them already.
The light sheds for 60 feet dim and 30 foot bright, and you just see slowly two large bony claws and a gaunt humanoid figure, jaw slacked open, and you see priest vestiges hanging and draped on this creature with claws probably 6 feet long. It stands about 10 to 15 foot tall.
Oh, it's adorable. Can I keep it?
It
So you
starts
said it...
slowly making its way towards you. Well, I say slowly, it's got a 40 foot speed. It's fairly quick.
Okay, Fine, we can live with that.
It starts making its way towards you with a very... It's malicious intent, we'll call it.
Okay. I will start to back away,
Okay.
and for this round, I will just bonus action tumble,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives me 60 foot. And I will just continue playing.
Still maintaining light was your action.
Doesn't that just last?
For a minute.
Yeah, so I'll keep that up, yeah.
So when it goes, are you going to recast it, essentially?
Yeah, I just thought, obviously, whether the creature was going to do anything on its turn, which I would respond to.
Okay. Seeing you turn and flee, it immediately picks up a pace to an unnatural degree. Moving 80 feet around, it's going to gain 20 feet around. It was 60 foot away from you, it's now 40.
Okay, that's fine.
As you start sprinting away.
So I will bonus action tumble, action dash, which gives me 90.
Okay. So you
That's
gain...
it.
Next round, you would gain 10 foot, so you're 50 feet away.
Yeah, and I'll just keep going for a bit until I see a nice, if there's any light, any extra distance light. The words aren't working.
Yeah. I will say
Safe place.
you've got one more round of your light, because you cast it pre and started playing, and then this thing got drawn in. I will say you've only got 2 more rounds of light left.
Okay.
You continue to full dash again.
Mhm.
It's going to chase. It's going to use one of its abilities to teleport. As it reaches from the shadows, and you see it in a puff of smoke, and then reappear 30 feet from you, because that's as close as it can get. And it's now 30 foot away from you as you just see it vanish and reapparate.
Right, that makes no sense.
What makes no sense?
It caught up fast.
No, not that. On my character, it says I have no level 4 spells, but I'm sure we leveled up.
You may have cast them.
No, I mean, it says I've got, like, you know, it's got, like, how many I can cast and then how many I've got left.
Yeah.
It says 0 for both, but I know we leveled up to a point where I could have polymorph. So I don't know what... Hang on, what level should we be on? Is it 6 or 7?
Let me double check.
There.
Because I don't know if I leveled up my actual... Oh, hang on, I
6.
think that's...
Level 6.
Ben says 7.
Yeah, we're all level 6.
Shouldn't be level 7.
Hang
It does
on,
say level 7, but it shouldn't be.
'cause I thought we leveled up recently.
You did, but it was to 6.
We've got to say, we've not leveled up since we left Crossroad Data.
Yeah. That was the last level up. That was after you defended the town.
Hang on, I know I got to a level where I could learn polymorph, because I discussed it with you guys for ages. No, cause yeah, I would learn that at level 7, so I don't.
For the sake, we'll go off at your level 7.
I mean, it doesn't matter right this second. I was just trying to figure out.
Okay.
I think we discussed a level up because we went against 2 level 10 monk /
The
warlock,
Minotaurs, yeah.
but we didn't.
Might
I'm
have.
sure it was before that though.
Depends on what you had from KFC.
Okay. Anyway, so we will go with. On this round, I will pull out my very sexy Dexy deck of cards.
Okay.
That's not. Is that the right one? Well, I've got a deck of many things. Wasn't it deck of illusions?
Yes.
Yes.
Why have I got the wrong one on there? So I will pull out my deck of illusions, and I will drop a card as I am walking away at a very fast pace. No fleeing whatsoever.
You're running away.
How dare you? I'm having a dirty gamble. Prove me otherwise.
You're literally sprinting at the top of your power.
Isn't that what you do when you go to the gym?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I feel like it's dashing and then the extra 30 feet you're getting from tumble as you get bouncing off walls to not slow down.
Maybe. Right, deck of illusions. Creature from the throne card remains until the illusion is done. Okay, roll me a d20, please. This is to see what animal it is.
An 18.
Okay. Thrown onto the floor, and you see apparate a priest in similar vestiges and two acolytes that flank the priest. Both there just stood heads down in like a prayer position, and the card dissipates as that illusion remains. You run your 90 feet again? Actually, no, that was a... Is that an action or a bonus action?
Hang on, I've lost. Hang on, get rid of bargain.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it'd be 60 feet either way, if he's used his bonus action or his action.
Uses an action to throw the card.
Hang on, there we go.
So, you're only able to move 60 feet that turn, so you're a total of 90 feet away from the Bone Claw.
He has to make some sort of save to see.
That's to see if it's bullshit or not. But I was just working out your movement.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah,
he has to make a investigation check to ascertain the creature's validity. It gets advantage on its check, which it fails. So it's going to run up 30 feet and spend its action to attack the illusion, which, upon attacking, will realise what it is. But it's bought you time. You're now a total of 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
It's back to you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. God, I didn't plan this ahead. Hang on, I just need to figure out. Is that gone? So how tall is it, like, away from the roof, like this creature? Does it, like, fill up the entire kind of floor to ceiling? Okay.
It's about 10 foot tall. This creature is large.
No, that's fine. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to polymorph into. Why is that? Oh, website, what are you going to do? There we go. So I'm certainly say at this round I will just like dash and stuff again just to
Well,
get
yeah,
a bit
because
further
you've
away.
used your action to polymorph.
No, I meant before that because I just need to figure out.
No,
So I'll just do
yeah.
my normal.
Sorry, you didn't use your action to polymorph. You used your action to throw the card.
Yeah. So I'll do my normal and then I just need to figure out what
Yeah.
I'm doing on this.
You're a total of 60 feet away.
Can I see like any kind of like cracks and like fissures in the walls, or is it smooth?
Make a perception check. With disadvantage because you are sprinting through the sewers.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. The sewer walls are going past you too quick to really take much in of detail. As your light fades and the creature behind you disappears out of your sight. It's its turn. It's going to move up 40 feet and then once again use its shadow jump ability and teleport the remaining 60 feet distance to you and appear
How many feet? Sorry.
60 feet total from its jump. So it's moved 100 feet.
Okay.
And it teleports to the other side of you and in front of where you were running. As it does this, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? As you just feel a wave of necrotic evil energy just overpower you.
Can't. No, I cannot.
Oh god, double fail.
Oh,
However, I've still got that turned off as.
oh! I'm gonna roll severity. I've got to. That's tragic. Oh,
Oh, I feel that's bad.
Okay. I'm gonna say, because of the natural one and the 29 on severity, which is pretty bad. For your next turn, you are considered frightened of it. Frightened means you can't willingly move towards it. Any attacks and skill checks have disadvantage while you're within line of sight of it.
Okay.
Stop eating your mind, please.
If it was any lower, it would have been critical damage on the damage I was about to do. Which, on the fail, you take 5d12 plus 2 necrotic damage. Which is ridiculous. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh god.
That's
Almost
so many
maxed out.
11s. Blake? How are we looking? Blake? Blake's dead as well.
Did to anything, you can't technically see him.
Oh, hello. Oh, I got kicked out then
Hi.
from the Discord. But yeah, did you hear what I said then?
I took a lot of damage. That's about all I heard.
5d12 plus 2 necrotic. And the dice did roll pretty well. How's Terry doing?
He's emotionally traumatized, but that's fine.
Health wise, how's he doing? Blake?
Sorry. What did you say, sorry?
Health, how is he doing?
He's very emotionally damaged.
Is he down?
That's fine. No?
Oh, okay. But that's the end of its turn. It's right up against you. As you can see, it rear its claws back to swipe again.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just try this. I know I can't get closer, but as it's like, can I touch it or not with fear?
Say
Wait,
that again.
Hang on, do I need to touch it for that? Just 1 sec, sorry, let me just double check. Oh no, I don't need to touch it. That's fine. Right, that is a. We'll see. Can I attempt to cast polymorph upon the creature?
Yes, you can. So yeah, you reach out with your components and mimic the incantations. And what is it I need to do?
A wisdom save throw, please.
Okay, and what's your spell save DC, boy?
It would be 16.
16. Okie dokie. Again, it has advantage on its save because it's a magical effect. Its modifier is +6. Ugh!
Oh.
Natural 20.
Oh well.
That is unfortunate. But yeah, you reach out, you see the spell go to affect its physical form, but then take no effect. Its form moves and morphs and then returns back like elastic. Anything else?
On that round, I will obviously use my bonus action and distance to get 60 feet away.
Your tumble, does that count as a disengage?
Yes.
Okay. So
It
you
is a
move.
disengage and dash.
So yeah, again, in the pitch black, and you just hear the gaunt breathing of this creature. You disengage and run a further 60 feet. Its ability to teleport into the dim and darkness takes hold once more. Which, to be fair, if you'd have polymorphed, it would have been brilliant.
I'm gonna say that was the only way I feel you would have gone out of this.
Mm-hmm. It was a great fucking call. It teleports up again. It attempts to. It goes up behind you this time, rather than cutting off in front of you. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, Dan, does he take half if he succeeds or just takes none?
It doesn't say half on a success, so I'm assuming it takes 0.
So I'm gonna say that's still pretty dramatic damage, even if
Because
it's
it doesn't
half,
say, I would assume it's the latter. Just take 0.
So that was a con. Oh, I fail, I did.
No, hang on.
Hey, they could all roll ones and you'll be fine. Or very low numbers.
Yeah. You need
I've
to.
got 11s.
Oh,
so I don't think so.
it's survivable. The minimum it can do is 7. So yeah, the creature spawns behind you and attempts to wrap its claws around you and embrace you. Its necrotic energy reaches out once more. 31 points of...
Yep, dead. Right.
Terry, no!
Terrified and very hurt, running in the sewers, you take off, and the last vision you see is these thick bony claws just reaching round your torso and just slowly, motionlessly, just pull you in As your back reaches this creature, your vision goes black, and you never wake up. Terry, unfortunately, a very pretty man in life, very flamboyant and blasé, dies an ugly death in a sewers. Blake,
Mhm.
I am sorry. But
Okay.
the dice, man. So, over the next few moments, that creature will begin to devour you, and we'll switch back to the surface team.
Oh, that was.
You will be roused from your slumber, Bargund and Kilnar, as the three of you are restrained and currently in the presence of many guards, a dozen or so.
Are we still outside, or are we
You're sat on the top
locked
steps.
inside?
Let me
Okay.
maneuver. Hang on.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. We have enough of them doing that.
So yeah, the three of you are roused.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. That's it.
The guards all surround you at the front here. The priest heads inside and says, "Okay." The priest heads inside, saying that he believes he saw one of them flee inside when the fighting started, and he's going to look for them in the church. The officer looking at the three of you. Why? Why did you come here and start all this trouble?
I've got to say, during while she speaks to him, she sort of head darts back to the ropes, keeps darting back, looking at them, and in that panic, and sort of goes, "I didn't want to attack. Your guy
Like the dead
grabbed
guy.
me, and then everyone started attacking."
Are any of you going to answer for your crimes? Give reason to what you've done.
Poor guard attacked me first.
We guards are here to protect the town. And given how you
We
all...
didn't do anything. He was rude to me and then started attacking me, so I attacked him back.
Make a deception check.
Could I help with the whole? I didn't really know much. I turned around and then everyone started attacking each
No,
other.
this is Kilnar.
Damn it. No.
9. It seems you're as bad at liars as you are fighters. But, no matter who attacked who first, we are here to maintain law and order of this town. And you struck down one of our own, and gestures to the guard's body.
He was trying to strike me down, so he deserved it.
He narrows his eyes at you and just kind of... He's not buying it. You can clearly see that he's extremely angry that one of his subordinates is killed. Takes off the gloves. Do you know what the crimes are here? And the punishment is for killing a town's guard.
Do I care? No.
No, not really. I usually live outside of town.
Death. Hanging, preferably. But given the undead in the world at the moment, we are dealing with a bigger threat.
That'd probably be unwise killing us as well. We'd probably come back.
So, we have a new way to deal with dangerous criminals like yourselves. Gestures to the men that are kind of like laid around. Grab a cart and let's get them out where we need them. As I'm going to take you to the town map of Strecklenburg.
Uh-oh.
What you owe him?
You took us to the map. That's usually a You're taking us somewhere and you go, I need the map to show you where they're taking you.
Oh yeah.
To the beginning again! Woo!
Yeah, back to episode 1. Or better yet, you put in Slovengrad prison where you started.
Well, not where I started.
No. But where the campaign started. But,
Yeah,
Well, the rest of us started then.
yeah.
yeah that message.
But, you're all taken to the woods to the south.
Can I do a ping?
Yeah?
Like, it's like a focused ping, because it's in both areas. You said it was a forest or a city, so it'd be a mile of where everything is within.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I see? What do I see?
Outside of the town, there are a number of undead that ping near and far that are seemingly aimlessly shambling and wandering the forests. You're all currently bound and tied to the cart and being taken towards these forests, and you can see that you're being taken roughly in the direction of them.
Roughly in the direction, just like randomly into the woods.
You're being taken into the edge of the forest, yeah. And there are some ahead. It's not like they're making a beeline exactly for some, if that's what you were getting at. You come out, once you head into the tree line, you travel for 10 minutes.
Can I do whistles to see if Fang's nearby?
Mm-hmm. You do, and there's no response.
How did the undead react to it? Does there seem to be a disturbance when I whistled?
They're far enough away that it probably not picking you up initially. They're a few hundred feet away. There's a fairly good clear and safe zone around the city. But you eventually head into a clearing and you can see that...
Just as a note, would I have seen the huge, massive, like, thing under the town?
Yes. Yes, you would have.
I'm going to say I'd probably be ranting a bit about that, like going, there's something under the town. It's very big. Undead-like.
Make a persuasion check.
And, like, sort of pointing out who's been bitten by the little, like... I'm guessing some of the guards have got, like, the little, as we said, like, seeds, sproutlings,
Yeah.
building. Like,
Where
just
the infection
explain,
is
like,
building up.
You've been bit once, you've been bit twice, you've been bit 3 times. Sort of like guessing from that and seeing... Yeah, I'm not trying to freak them out, but more the thing of, I see things and I know there's problems.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. Fucking dice, man.
Ramblings of a crazy girl.
They don't believe you. They think that your ramblings of an undead under the town is just a means for them to let you go so you can go and kill it or deal with it or talk to it maybe.
But does the talks about, like, who's been bitten how many times or how far the infection, like...
You can see
Does it freak a couple of them out? Like, do they sort of go...
it does.
Like, in their eyes, it's sort of like, that's right.
That's a bit specific and right, but it's like, you know how the perception of psychics is they'll say things that are most likely going to be guessed as yes.
Yeah.
It freaks a couple of them out, but then as a group, this solidarity of, don't listen to her, bloody blighter. She's just saying things so hoping you know. Don't let her lead you on. And the two guards that kind of like, what the fuck, get snuffed out and reassured that you're just saying things, hoping that it, like, you're kind of throwing it out there, seeing if it sticks.
I've got to say, it was more on the thing of trying to make it more thing of, I can see where undead are, and you, like, pointing out who's been bitten how many times, and sort of that thing of, like, yeah, I can see who's been bitten, and who's most likely to turn.
Yeah. But as you're doing this, you enter a clearing, and there's a pit that's loosely carved out of the earth.
Oh no.
The officer tells them, turn the cart around and dump them in. We'll let them have their fun.
Them?
Yes, dear, the undead you're talking about. As I said, we're in a precedent where we don't hang people. It's too complicated. So, we take you out of the town, and they can have you. If you live, you live. If you die, well, let's just say it's justice.
I'm going to try and use my, like, womanly charms of, like, in that panic, sort of damsel in distress. Sort of, yeah, she is panicking. Just like, yep. Like, literally playing out that she was innocent, that literally she got spun around by that guard, and then everyone started drawing weapons. She only attacked because everyone was attacking her.
I attacked so much, started to attack me.
Make a
Not even like trying to cover Kilnar stuff, just literally trying to go, no, please, no.
This is going to be a high DC. Make
Oh,
a
no.
persuasion check.
Come on, my fake charms.
Zeus.
You see the officer pause for a moment and like contemplate what you're saying. No. You were with them and you attacked. You are just as guilty whether you were with them by circumstance or by choice. When you knew what they were doing was wrong, you should have threw down your arms and let the guards deal with it. The cart is turned around.
Oh, what do we see in the pit?
Make a perception check.
Ah. Yep, way too panicked for this.
Yeah, no. You're like a deer in the headlights, and your eyes are darting crazily, and you're pleading. You're locking eyes with every guard you can. Bargand and Kilnar are just very quiet. And unfortunately, while you see the hole, you don't see anything inside it. But you hear various noises being produced.
Just as a question, are the edges of the pit like just sheer steep, or are they just very, very steep?
It's give or take about 15 foot deep, and it's literally it was sloped in at one point where you can see some disturbed earth, but then has been built up to make it more of a sheer drop.
Oh.
So, if they're going to shove us in that hole in a minute, look,
With our arms bound.
exactly.
But don't worry, you'll have a fighting chance. As each of you are led to the hole, you're put facing it, and they'll do it one at a time. As you're pushed into the hole, the rope that's bound gets cut, like with a dagger that they were holding. So your arms come out and you flail as you drop. So you are technically unbound for but a moment. First is Kilnar.
Who's going to die?
Sorry, just a quick one. Is our where's our HP at the
How far is
moment?
this across?
1. Bargand and Kilnar at 1. Range is on whatever she was on.
No, I meant the hole. Is it like 15 feet, or is it quite a large hole, or is it just like a 10-foot?
It's 15 feet.
Oh,
But it's not a 15-foot drop. Because there are things in there. So you won't take the fall damage.
what I was going to say was, can I try and attempt to? I know I don't have my Midas jump, which would, to be honest, be the lifesaver of me at this point. But can
Allow
I
me to
try and leap the?
Well, I'm going to quickly
As they release me?
draw this. So, let me delete some stuff. That is the hole in which you get flung into. The cart's just off here. And
Damn it! I was hoping to make the jump.
your arms have been taken off you. So all you have is your hands and what magic you can cast with said hands.
Okay.
There are 5 undead. Standard undead in this pit. And you have the choice. Fight or die.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, did you say they
Ranger.
Did you say they just standard undead?
Sanjay, you two are on
Yep.
one. Probably going to die after the first hit, and I'm going to be left with these things.
Yes, that's why I said bye.
How deep is this hole? Like, when we actually land, how deep?
It's 15 foot floor to lip.
I'm trying to climb it now.
It's sheer, but it is made of dirt.
Yeah, it was probably going to be the idea of probably...
So, roll for initiative.
Oh... Please roll high, please roll high. I need to be left here first.
Nah.
Don't forget to click your tokens, which Tom you
Did?
have. No, I'm just saying, but you did.
Did that work?
Yeah, come on,
That's a
Sam.
news do.
Please.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, I'm about to die.
Oh.
I had 17 health. If these things hit me, I'm gone.
You're gone. I've got one.
You get to go first. You can escape.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, let's roll for the zombies. Because they might.
Rolling that one.
Well, they might just luckily go first.
Well, don't forget, they have a negative to their initiative.
Oh, hang on, what? Why has he done that?
So,
Yeah, but by how you've been rolling so far, I feel they're going to beat everybody.
yeah, unfortunately, I have been rolling pretty... Oh!
Yes.
Oh, a -1 on initiative. Excellent. You know, that's the first time ever I have rolled a negative number, or a 0.
Okay. For a negative number, can we, like, go twice? No. I know that's no.
Actually, hang on.
It was debate.
Technically very slow compared to even the slowest. Like,
I
reaction
will say, given their lack of preparedness, given they are brainless zombies, you have advantage on attack rolls against the zombies this turn. Everyone does. For one turn, so one go through.
Well,
They-
technically,
it's
I
like
have
a surprise-
advantage on top of advantage.
It's essentially a surprise round.
Because technically, I have advantage anyway, so it didn't really affect me.
But it'll help Bargand and Kilnar.
Oh yeah.
And the guards We'll watch from the top just to see what happens and make sure.
Who said I was going to stay in the pit?
I'm giving you the choice.
Try and get to the top and then throw a guard down.
It's 15 foot high. I will warn. But you can try. It is
How
your turn.
tall are...
How tall
So-
are you?
No, I was going to ask a question, but I'll wait until my turn.
I'm asking, I've got to find this out.
How tall is Bargained?
I believe
Isn't
about
he like
7.5 foot.
Well, that makes it only 8 foot I've got to make, minus my own height.
I think he's about 7.5 foot, so you're going to have to make up a deficit of 8 foot.
I'm going to have to make 3 foot, I'm like 5 foot something. Go on, Connor, your turn.
So, Kilnar, what are you doing?
It's climbing on top of Sam's character and getting out.
You know, you've seen her frame. You know
Yeah.
that she's not going to
Okay,
be able to
one.
hold her weight. You're just gonna
Ranger,
dig her into the ground.
Ranger, are you allowing Kilnar to climb on you?
No.
Okay, so make a dexterity save. Kilnar, make a athletics check.
So I need to make an athletics check.
This is you trying to move out the way and him trying to grab.
So that's Dex or my athletics.
It's your dexterity save versus his athletics check.
Yeah.
So he got a 15 on his athletics.
Okay, and now.
Okay, unfortunately, she's able to move out of the way, and as you try to grab and put like a foot on one of her, like the knees, to try and climb up, she moves out the way, and you feel that pursuing this isn't going to work. Not with her, at least.
That's what I just thought. Would it be possible to do it with Bargain?
Well, the second step was, if you'd have caught her, it would have been she has to make a strength save to hold you up.
Which I'd purposely fail.
Rude.
She'd rather be not prone than help you.
I was gonna help you in a minute. I was gonna toss a guard down to help you.
So, next turn? Or what else would you like to do?
It's the thing is, I'm saying that was a bonus action, considering he didn't follow it through because he couldn't, because of you. You have your movement and your action and your reaction left.
Got no weapons, have we?
No, but you have your fist.
I'm gonna just leave it there and keep a punch ready in case a zombie comes for me.
Okay, so you're holding an action that if a zombie comes up to you, you punch.
Yeah.
Ranger.
Oh. If
Up the
I
guards up. Sir.
have an ability that's called Ram, and literally when I can do a Ram attack and literally push someone back 10 foot. If I did that to someone and they were in the wall, would I be able to leap out off them without doing the Dex versus Athletics check? Technically, like slamming them into a wall.
No, you would still need to do the check, but what I would say is if you slammed someone with a slam attack into a wall, the wall would help in damage.
No, I'd say she'd just literally try and leap off. Like, as Kilnar tries to grab her, she literally, like, doubles round and tries to leap off his back up towards the top of the hole. So, like, if he goes to lunge for her, she literally spins round him and then leaps off his back.
So is it Dex?
So I'm assuming you're going to not try to not let her.
Yeah.
Can you make me a dexterity save?
Oh, come on, you folk hero. You're supposed to save the damsel in distress.
Can you make me a dexterity save? Can I have a athletics check from Ranger, please?
In this, he's gonna get more.
By one.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm out of here.
I'm gonna see you.
Okay, And you're essentially using him as a kickstand to jump off of, aren't you?
Yeah, literally one
You
to
better
reduce
send
the amount of
that
height I have to make, and then also
Okay, so yeah, you're able to jump up to Kilnar's torso, which I would probably say is about 5 foot off the ground. And then how high does your fawn legs take you?
without my Midas kick, I don't know. I'm 5 foot, so I don't know if I'd just literally jump like a normal.
Make a athletics check then to see how much height you get. The DC I will predetermine for you. To do a 10-foot vertical jump is going to be a 15. No. That's a 9. Yeah, so you jump up, you probably go up about 2.5, 3 foot. Given Kilnar's immediate disagreement and semi-refusal, he kind of lurches back, which you lose a bit of your footing and you don't get very high. You fall. You manage to catch your footing.
Would I be able to catch myself in the wall? She said it was dirt. Would I be able to, like, sort of, when I reach the height, so I'm not going to make it, sort of, like, try and dig and grab into the wall, or
No.
stuff now?
No, you failed pretty bad.
Damn it.
I'm not saying you're prone, though. You do manage to get onto your state.
But would you say that I've moved behind Kilnar now? So, like, Kilnar's been pushed forward where I am?
Well, no, because as you've run and jumped at him, he would have moved backwards towards... Yeah. Oh, shit. You're free!
You're free!
No, he would have, like, backed up against this wall and hit that, and then you would have pretty much have landed inside of his square, but because of squares and having to have the grid, you go back slightly.
No. I was hoping to maybe even push Kilnar into them, so at least I'm protected by the 2 beefy guys in front.
Wow! Bargained.
Yeah, so with how tall I am, would you say like an average jump would I be able to reach the top? If I'm like quite massively tall.
You'd have to make a deficit up of 8 feet. You'd have to vertically jump 8 feet in the air. It's going to be a check and it would be hard. It's going to be an athletics check if you just want a straight jump.
Hang on. How big is a stench cow?
Large.
If Morgan got on one of our backs, would he be able to reach the top?
Would I be able?
You definitely, I would say, because. Well, actually, no, it's not quite. You'd be close because I'm saying Kilnar's about 6.5 foot tall. Bargained.
7 minutes ago.
Oh, 7. Okay, sorry. And bargained. No, I thought I was on about bargained 7 foot. So yeah, you'd be a couple foot short.
So if he got on my back, he'd be able to reach the top.
With a fairly easy check in comparison to doing it himself, yeah.
I just realised I could actually have done my magnificent jump. I'll do it next round, but it's like, damn it. I realised I don't need a short rest.
Sorry, just a quick one.
So if he wants to go on my back, I'm saying he can.
Would it, as a stench cow is classed as a large creature, would that give me more height than bargained?
No,
Not bargained.
I think cows stand about 5 foot tall. It's what it is. They're wide, aren't they, and long.
Would I be able to reach if I jumped off the back of a stench cow?
Well, standing on a stench cow puts you 5 foot up. Being 7 foot tall, there's a deficit of 3 foot. Then you'd have to make up for, which you'd be done in athletics.
Wouldn't I just be able to reach with my arms? Wouldn't my arms be like kind of that length?
Kind of, but it's the actual being able to pull yourself up and out. Because, you know, you're essentially doing a pull-up.
Was Blake speaking? Because I can't hear him.
Same here.
No. Just thinking. I don't know what to do. So just give me a sec.
Okay. I
I
can
don't
understand. I was going to say, it's harder when you're using someone else's character because, especially in this type of situation, it's a big decision.
Sam, are you as confused as I am?
I'm guessing Dan can still hear him and he's...
Oh, can you
explaining
two not hear
something, but-
Blake?
No.
No.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm guessing there's a masterful
Coming
plan.
on, but me and Sam just saying nothing.
I will point out as well, Blake. Oh, it doesn't matter actually. Oh, actually, yeah, it does matter. Any, on the spells on the back on his sheet, any that have the little M next to it, you can't cast.
The M.
M for mama.
That
Because
that's fine.
that's material components, which all of your stuff was taken. Verbal and somatic. Verbal's verbal. Somatic's hand movement. So you can do those. But anything that requires material, you can't.
I was just trying to decide between call lightning or conjure animals, which are both verbal and semantic.
Okay, that's fine then. You can do either of those. If you want to try and fight and actually kill these things, Call Lightning's a solid shout.
Because I can technically with call lightning hit at least one.
I thought then that the magical animals were literally just going to go save us and be like, just cover us for a small round.
Yeah, just be meat shields.
Yeah, I was going to do that with stench cows. They do damage. They do damage if you're in the area, and I don't know what else they can.
Poison you.
I don't know what else he can do with summon with them. What did he summon before? That there was multiples of.
Rock grubs, but they were little grubs. Because you can summon quarters, which you could summon normal cows if you wanted.
Yeah,
Why
with
is he
that.
summoning cows?
You could just summon 8 normal cows.
Can cows attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is Blake?
Not very well, but yeah. Let me grab... Because I think they're in Modern Kinds.
So it just needs. What can he? So I'm really unfamiliar with this spell. It's 2 1/2 for a quarter.
Yeah, because what it is, you can either summon 8 CR quarter, 4 CR half, or 2 CR ones, or 1 CR 2. Cow. They are CR quarter. Their damage is gore, which is 1d6 plus 4.
Would that be the same as an off?
I think so. Or very similar.
Terrific. We'll go for cow. I'll just pat myself on the eye. Yeah, we'll just go with cows and see where we end up.
Okay. So, where are you summoning 8 8 large cows that take up a 2x2?
Oh, is it 2x2? Sorry.
Larger 2x2s. Where are you summoning 8 of them in this 4x4 hole that's took up mostly with zombies and you guys?
They don't have to.
Can you summon them in the air?
How is that gonna work?
No way!
I've got a question of the spell. Can you summon them in the air and technically just squash the zombies?
I mean, it doesn't say I can't. I just make a cow tower to climb out on.
You can try. So where, ping on the map please, the middle of the 4 squares where you want these to be.
Well, I mean, so obviously one would. Why can I not? So one would go. there, but not on Ranger, but like those 4 squares there. The other one would go next to it. And then one would go there.
Okay, and where's the other 5 going?
It says up to, I think.
You put one on top of me. Might die.
He would technically have to be on top of himself as well, which isn't.
Oh yeah, so we're safe.
Yeah, it just says you pick one of the options, and because you've got CR quarter...
It also says
It could be
16.
outside of the pit.
I was going to say, it didn't actually say inside the...
Yeah.
I just like drop the cows like on top of the cows, on top of the cows, on top of the cows.
Scared
And
not away.
just really squish the zombies.
Okay, make me... All of you, make me a... Make me a dexterity save for Cow Crush.
Oh, because I'm going to be in the corner, like the furthest away.
Because they're all going to hit on top of each other, and then it's all like cascade and collapse all onto everyone.
I don't care, I'm going to kill you all.
Saving throw or just straight dex?
Saving throw, please.
You did say that saving throw, so.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get crushed.
Okay.
We're going to get... You don't like it, crushed.
Kilnar, you succeed, so you're going to take half.
Man.
You're going to take half.
Dead.
1 minute. Uh-oh.
Oh shit, yeah, because you only had 1 HP. Everyone else fails, so yeah, both Kilnar and...
Sam, you're
I mean,
going to have to drag our body there.
I will say, the cows are going to vanish as soon
Yeah,
as they hit bargain.
they are. Oh yeah, no, literally, this happens and then all the cows vanish because it's concentration as he falls unconscious. But Ranger, you take 4d6 squish damage,
Uh-oh.
as it's a d6 per cow that would hit you. You take 10 points of cow
Oh
squish.
god! I'm on 7.
Because
Oh, you're on 7, I'm dead.
you're unconscious. But,
Oh, shut up.
but because of the nature of the spell, its concentration, they all vanish. I will have to roll dex saves for each of the zombies, so they might take some damage as well. So they've got a negative.
no.
Take lots.
They've got a -2 to dex, and it's red, orange, purple, blue, green. All of them fail apart from purple.
Who's right at the back? Cool.
Yeah.
Woo!
So everyone takes 16. Purple takes 8.
I regret
Are they
nothing.
dead?
No.
Oh.
The ones that took the 16 though, pretty hurt.
That's what's coming to get you.
They're all going to come swarming in about 5 seconds.
No, in about now.
Yeah, no. Not next turn.
That's
No.
right. Not 5 seconds, it's near.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, no. This one here is going to move in and he's going to take a bite at, like he's going to stoop down and just start biting at Bargain.
I thought I was safe.
A Bargain,
get
not
me.
Kilnar.
Oh, okay, I'm safe. They've got to get through.
They have advantage.
Yeah.
He has advantage because he's prone. Natural 20, but it's an auto crit because he's unconscious. So that's 2 death save fails onto Bargain.
Oh no.
The other ones are going to swarm in, and considering Ranger's still up and flailing, they're going to attempt to bite at you. We'll start with Red Boy.
I will say AC
Ooh,
13.
Red Boy's a nat 1. Nat Boy, it's a really bad miss. Orange, 21 to hit.
Yep.
You take 1d6 plus 1. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into you. And then Blue, 13.
Double quarter time back.
Be dead.
Dead on. I'm going to be dead.
You take 5
Oh, I'm
points.
down. Exactly.
Yeah, I do not see boys.
As the last player, falls unconscious. You see, Ranger, as Bargain's flesh, as you were being assaulted, was slowly being torn from the skin and eaten like strips of uncured beef jerky. You see the other ones, given you're still up and flailing, their attention is drawn to you. They shamble in, and the first one misses. The second one hits, but it's more of a glancing blow. But given the wounds you've sustained already, it hurts a lot. The final hit comes in, and you just see your vision slowly fade away. Like, you know, imagine like in a tunnel going backwards, and like the darkness just encircles you as you fall unconscious. And none of you will wake up the same again.
We ever wake up?
Now that's the interesting bit. We'll start with Terry first.
Hey.
Your consciousness, you're unaware of how long it's been. The last thing you remember seeing was being embraced by this huge undead bony creature. You wake up. You're lying with the sewer water almost, it's like coming up to your ears. Like, you know when you're lying back in water and it's like all up against you?
Yeah.
No pain. No issues. You wake up and you look around. Your memory's very cloudy of what's happened. You barely remember who you are. But there's
Sounds relatable.
there's a voice. It's literally like, you know, the Hangover film where you wake up and it's just like, where am I? Who am I? What's going on? You have no clue. You have no resemblance of who you are, who you were, where you are, what you're doing here. You literally are just waking up as a blank slate. The only thing that guides you is a incentive to go south.
What was that, sorry?
An incentive to go south.
South, okay.
You don't know where you are. You don't know how to get out. But south. You know which way south is. And that's the way you go. You're being told this by an older male voice in the back of your mind.
Tell me more about this older male voice.
It sounds like a very intelligent person, the way they're eloquently stringing words together like a lyrical master. And it's coaxing you like, welcome, my dear child. You must come. Gather your things.
All I heard from that was, you must come, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, my signal must be really bad because you keep cutting out. So
no,
all I
it's
heard was,
fine.
All I heard was, you wake up, you hear an older man, and he tells you must come, and I was like, okay.
Is there are the other people hearing me okay? Is it Blake or is it me?
It's a bit in and out here.
Okay, so no, he says that you must come, go south and meet him.
In that order, or is it a different order? Am I going south
You can
and then
take it
come
however
in,
you want.
or am I coming first?
You can do it however you want.
Okay. I'll come twice.
Again, you make a random d20 roll. No specific check. Just make a d20 roll.
D20, hang on then.
This all of us or just
No,
like...
just Blake. You guys are dead at the minute.
So,
Woo!
You wander the endless sewers. You eventually will make your way out.
Jimmy Savile will be proud.
You don't see anything else, any other creatures, any other things of interest, but eventually you see a speck of light and you slowly stumble towards it. You feel that your movements are a bit slower than you feel like you should be quicker than this, but you're not.
So, I see a what?
A light.
Oh, a light, okay.
And you're a bit slower than you think you should be. You don't know how fast you should be, but you know you're not sure why you know this, but you swear you should be quicker. But you keep moving forward, and eventually light opens your vision, and you kind of have a look at your arms, that are covered in cuts and stained with blood, and you look down. Your innards are missing. Your entire stomach and abdomen has been rended open, and it's a cavernous space that you can just see, and that's freaky as fuck. But doesn't bother you in an odd way. It kind of puts you off guard for a second, but then you realise, like, meh, oh well. There's no concern about it. You just need to
Also-
keep going south.
I can fit in a size 0 corset now.
Yeah, there's like a very large hole. Your back is still intact and like your spinal column, but the bowels, the stomach, the liver, the kidney, all gone.
That's fine. I can just put in that corset real tight. Have a nice poofy dress. All the men will want it.
Well, you're wearing a really pretty dress. You're in a female body, as was when you died.
Yeah.
But obviously, Terry doesn't know this at the minute. You don't know that you were a changeling. You just know that your last form, your form is currently a woman. You assume you're a woman, and you can see this very ruined, torn, bloody dress just dragging along the floor with you.
I'm very sad the dress is ruined. Very sad. But otherwise, I'm bothered.
You're sad for about a second, and you feel like you're not fully in control of your emotions, because as your mind dwells on something that is away from going south, your mind forcefully gleams over it. But you carry on. South. More south. And more south after that. The three in the pit. Bargains, you're the first one to wake. In a shock. Followed by Ranger, then Kilnar. It's night. It's pitch black. And you can see, stood and lingering around, 5 other friends. Compatriots, allies. Hello?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what do? You all wake up with this desire to go south, being spoken to from an eloquent man.
Are we still down in the pit?
Yep. And there's five friends also in the pit. No, to you there are 7 other friends that are in the pit. You all see 7 other people that you don't know who they are, but they're good. They're good people. All in the pit with you.
How tall are these other people?
Ranging from 5 foot to 7 foot, some of them.
Which ones are the 7-foot ones then?
This one and that one.
Okay, I'm going to climb on the shoulders of the purple one.
Okay. You clamber up onto the shoulders of the purple one. Make me a d20 roll plus 3. So that's a 16 with the plus 3. Yeah, you're able to do it. Easy enough. And with the height difference and the strength roll, you're able to climb out of the pit. And as you do, it's a clearing in some woodlands. It's pitch black. You can't really see it all very well. You can see all your friends inside, and there's a desire to help them all get out the pit.
Yeah. Have either of those two woken up and moved?
Oh yeah, no, they are. They're both up and moving. That's the 7 friends I'm counting. 2 of them are technically party members, but none of you know who each other are. You don't know who yourself is. You just know you are you. This is what you're to do.
I just walk up to the wall where he is, and then just standing jump Midas magnificent leap straight up to try and
I'll grab his
leap
arm.
up and try and reach up for.
Yeah. It's easy enough. I won't make you roll with the Midas Leap. It's very, very easy. And the second each person gets out of the pit, there's a desire to turn and help. Get more. Like your friends in the pit, you need to get them out the pit. No, they shouldn't be in there. And one by one, you eventually help everyone out. I'm not going to make you roll for it, because you will do it. It's just how long it'll take. And it takes a little bit of time, but eventually your slow, stiffened movements compared to what you think you should be limber up and ease.
When I look at myself, what do I see? Like while getting people out, I'm guessing I'll catch glances of myself. What do I see?
Your skin is pale, and all of you are covered in grievous wounds. Like, you should not be alive. Many of you are missing large portions of skin, even organs to some people. You see that on the big dragon person that's helped you out the pit, his entire lower jaw's missing. And large portions of the flesh is torn asunder. But as weird as it all is, looking at each other like this, it shocks you, but it doesn't upset you. This is okay. This is normal.
Would this bring memories of what class as undead?
No.
Like being part of the ranger feat sort of thing? Would it be that thing of... No? Okay.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is normal human beings.
You just all desire to go south.
Do I remember Fang?
Nope. You don't know who you are. You don't know where you are. You don't know why you're here. You just know you are you, and there is a voice in your head driving you south, and you have a very strong impediment to listen, to follow.
I've got to say, once everyone was out from that one order, Ranger would have literally gone straight south at full pelt.
Yeah. It will take the party members days, but you will eventually, slowly, shambling southward, keeping to the trees, as the voice in your head tells you to do, avoiding many obvious dangers of other people. You make your way to a large opening with grass and land that looks dried up and decayed, and a large runic circle that encompasses the area that looks intact and is glowing with vibrant energy. It's beautiful. Large crystals scattered around and placed and glowing with a hum. There's a man stood in the centre, arms out, and he's currently shouting a string of magic words that you don't understand. None of you understand. You see another undead is accompanied to you, wearing a dress, bloodied, disemboweled. Again, it's weird, but it's okay. The four of you, there's only four of you this time. The other undead you helped out the pit have long since gone done something else. But four of you slowly make your way forward, and you see that this old man looks human, maybe about 70 or so, wears a burgundy robe with gold filigree and different tassels. It's really pretty. He's got slick salt and pepper hair and green eyes, and the eyes glow with a slight hue. He turns, and you all recognise this is the person who's been talking to you, and this is the person who's made you come south. This is it. This is why you're here, to see him. As he turns, lowers the arms and stops the incantation, and the eye glow fades slightly, and it still stays. His eye colour is green, but the actual vibrant glow fades slightly. Ah, it seems that you have all arrived here safely. Welcome. You're unable to speak, but you feel that you're able to gestise emotion and words in a way that he can understand and only he can understand. None of you have the ability to speak, but you feel that with him, you can kind of think it and he will know it.
He knows without just saying words.
Yeah. You don't know how this works, but you can think words and he will hear them as if you've said them.
Is this love?
No. This is you coming under my wing after being fleet-footed for so long. Welcome. I trust your travel from Strecklenburg was not too long, was it? Quiet? That's fine. There will be plenty of time for words. But, would you kindly do me some work?
Off with your Bioshock reference.
On it.
And he will send you into the world doing many what your characters would beforehand perceive as grievous acts of violence and attacking people and turning them into your undead selves.
The real
But
question is, would we actually be that bothered?
no,
No.
you're doing what you're told, and he seems to know what he's on about. You have no concept of human issues and worry. You are, I've got to go there, I've got to kill people, but then they become my friends and then they help us. That's fine. As you all, 4 of you, live out the rest of your existence as an undead servant of the Archmage that caused it all. You do this for nigh on a decade. Some
By
of you,
then, would we have
some
would
of
we
you
have
even
risen up the ranks a
mutate.
bit?
You even mutate, gain strength, become stronger. And that is when pesky adventurers, I think they were called, some wearing plate, bearing symbols of gods, eventually storm the place, the home of Akdun, and kill him, and you, and all of your friends. Then your existence goes to black. Nothing. As in out of character speak, because you were turned undead, your soul does not pass over into the afterlife. You are left in limbo, and nothing in between. Where
Not
your
meant to
souls,
come back at that point.
because you were
Like
turned
they were
undead, you cannot be revived. Your souls are left to wander an eternity of nothingness for eons. But the existence that you have is back of your living forms, and you remember everything you did for those decade or two. As that undead, you were forced, you were turned, and your minds are left to stew and simmer on it all forever. And that is the end.
I will ask a question. Did this happen to Monsek as well? At some point?
Yeah.
Or no?
What would have happened eventually was his form tied to a tree would have probably have been found, made into a midnight snack by zombie number 420, and but his existence was much more arduous, considering he, until the adventurers came, stayed tied to a tree and just waited. The country did not fall. It was eventually saved. But by you? No, not this day. But by adventurers of worlds far away from here. Countries that you may have never even heard of. What do you think? Blake?
Ah.
What do you think?
Cool. Good.
I'm going to say good and yet consequences to our actions.
What you got to think, you guys stared death in the face quite literally for far too long. He wasn't going to... Akdun wasn't going to let you get away with that without a fight.
Yeah, we had cut down quite a few of these things, to be honest.
But that's where the campaign ends. Thank you for everyone watching. And I will see you for the next campaign. Maybe. Until then, thank you.